Okay, chapter 17 of How to Read Literature Like a Professor, Accept Sex. The chapter starts with Foster posing the question, have you ever tried to write a sex scene? And after pushing you for a paragraph to do it, he says, it's kind of hard to do it. And so since it's hard for most writers, they cut over it just like they did in the old movies. That makes it easier than addressing the scene. And then a second point he makes in the chapter is usually kind of like the curtains or the waves, those other things mean sex is kind of like a hidden symbol. But then when they write directly about it, they really mean something else behind it. There's a meaning behind it. So it's kind of this confusing thing. And this kind of stems out of the Victorian era when there was censorship. Even though the subject was taboo, people still wrote about it. And so they kind of exhausted all the stuff and made it borderline cliche. One example he mentions is this French Lieutenant's Woman book. It was 1969. The scene in it was brief, but what did it mean? And he kind of came up with four meanings. Was it meaning that males were sexually inadequate, where just kind of showing a fallibility of desire and how it's not good to have a desire? Or was the author trying to get across that even a short decision such as a interaction could have a long consequence to it? Or was it just the novelist trying to have fun putting the scene in there? All of those kind of have merit behind them. And so then he makes this point of how sex it is kind of a symbol of claiming one's freedom. And in a similar way, the writers become free from censorship when they write from that. And so his final point is, when it's in there, you need to find the meaning.